Alright kids, here we are with a little help video for Advanced Graphing Day 3. No new notes today, but figured I'd give you a video just to help you get started on the worksheets if you get stuck. I'm going to try to do one of each type, sine, cosine, tangent, and that should leave you with at least one of each type on your own. So let's start with... let's start with this cosine one. So we have negative cosine x plus pi over 2 minus 2. Okay, so our amplitude is still going to be 1. Remember, amplitude is always positive. That negative is going to do something else, but amplitude is always positive. No multipliers here, so the period is normal, 2 pi. And then our counting, we divide by 4. So our counting, we're going to be counting by pi over 2, which is also our normal counting numbers. Alright, so this is the newest thing, vertical or phase shift, horizontal shift. We have plus pi over 2. So just like graphing x squared, it's opposite when it's inside. So plus is actually going to go left, pi over 2. And our VS, vertical shift, is down 2. So now we're going to take all of that and we're going to put it over here. So vertical shift down 2, our new midline is at negative 2. Our amplitude is 1, so we're going to be going up 1 and down 1. So we're going to be at negative 1 and negative 3. Okay, then our counting numbers are pi over 2. So we're going to have pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. We can go backwards. Negative pi over 2, maybe negative pi out there. Alright, we are pi over 2 to the left. So instead of starting, so cosine normally starts on the top. We have a negative multiplier, so that's going to flip it down to the bottom. Normally we start here. We're pi over 2 to the left, so now our starting point is going to be right there. Nope, that's negative 3 right there. That's your start. And then we'll be on the midline. And then we'll be on the top, and then we'll be on the midline, bottom, midline. And curve it out. And we should look a little bit like that. Domain for cosine is going to be all real numbers. In our range, we're bouncing back and forth between negative 1 and negative 3. Nope, other way around. Negative 3 and negative 1. Negative 3 and negative 1. Okay. Tangent. Let's slide on down to that tangent problem. No multiplier in the front, so technically it's a... So number 1 for tangent, amplitude is not applicable, none, no, whatever you want to write there. But there's technically a 1 there, and we'll use that 1 for something else in just a little bit. Then we have a times 2 on the inside. Normal period is pi. We have that times 2, so we're going to divide by 2. So our period is going to be pi over 2. I like to cut that in half, and now we're counting is pi over 4. Okay? Phase shift, 3 pi over 4 to the right. And vertical shift is minus 1, so down 1. Okay, so phase shift, vertical shift down 1. So there's our new midline at negative 1. We're counting by pi over 4s. 1 pi over 4. 2 pi over 4 would be pi over 2. 3 pi over 4. 4 pi over 4 would be pi. Now we can add some on the back. I think this is good. If you want to go negative pi over 4 and like negative pi over 2, we could do that. Okay, so we're down 1. Normally tangent starts with a 0 dot on the middle. But we are 3 pi over 4 to the right. So this is going to be our first 0 dot. And then we'll have an asymptote. And we'll go backwards, asymptote, dot, asymptote, dot, asymptote. Okay. Now mentally here it might be easier to go back to this one to do your halfway points. Halfway over we're going to be up 1, and halfway over we're down 1. Even though that's not our starting one, we started here. It might be easier to kind of get it going over here, because halfway between 0 and pi over 4 is going to be 1 pi over 8. And then another pi over 8 over, so that would be 2 pi over 8. This one's going to be 3 pi over 8. And we can do it that way. 4 pi over 8. This one over here is 5 pi over 8. Down 1. 6 pi over 8 would be 3 pi over 4. 7 pi over 8, and we're up 1. Our range is all real numbers this time, and our domain is going to be all x's not equal to, where's your first asymptote? You could call it 0 or pi over 2, whichever one you want to start with. And then our period is pi over 2. 0, we got pi over 2, we got pi. We have an asymptote every pi over 2 times n or k or whatever letter you want to use. So there's a tangent one for you. And we saved sine because the back side has a different type of direction. It's giving you a blank, kind of a blank grid here that goes a long way left and right. But the directions are going to tell you where you need to do your tick marks from. Reduce your fracts. Okay? So, our amplitude is 2. We're going to use that negative for something else. Period is normally 2 pi. We have a times 2 in there, so our period's actually going to be pi. Counting, we divide, sine and cosine, we divide by 4, so counting, we're going to be going by pi over 4s. Phase shift, we're pi over 2 to the right. And our vertical shift is going to be 2 up. So we're going to take all that information and get our graph started. Vertical shift is 2 up, so our midline is going to be at 2. Okay, our amplitude is 2, which means we're going to be going up to 4 and down to 0. We're counting by pi over 4s, and we need to go backwards to negative pi over 2 and forwards to 3 pi over 2. So we got pi over 4. 2 pi over 4 would be pi over 2. 3 pi over 4. 4 pi over 4 would be pi. 5 pi over 4. 6 pi over 4 would reduce to 3 pi over 2. We're good on that side. Okay, reverse. Negative pi over 4. Negative 2 pi over 4 is negative pi over 2. And that takes us as far back as we need to go that way. Okay. Sine would normally start on the middle at 0. We're pi over 2 to the right. So we're going to start here. Sine would normally go up. We're going to go up first. We have a negative multiplier, so we're going to go down first. So down, middle, up, middle. reversing. We're going to be up, middle, down, middle. And do our best to curve that out. Okay, our domain should be all real numbers, and our range, we're bouncing back and forth between 0 and 4. Okay, now the next one, I didn't get the little sidebar written down, so I would just copy all that. Amplitude, period, phase shift, vertical shift, domain and range. I'd put that down here to help. And then again on the bottom one, we have multiple correct answers possible. There's probably one that I think is the most common, but there's two more that aren't quite as, that I would, that would be pretty reasonable to put down, and another two more that are still okay before we get into like some crazy answers. It's just how far you want to shift your start point left and right. Okay, there you go. Hopefully that helps. Check the answer key for any more help, and we'll see you next week.